everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about our engagement story and how it all happened.
So obviously I had to ask Holly's dad for permission. Obviously Holly's dad didn't really have a clue that it was coming, as far as I'm aware anyway, and we went to the local golf range, the driving range, to hit a few golf balls and sort of just spend some time together. So we did that, we were there for a couple of hours, he treated me to some lunch. And it took me a while, I'll be honest, to bring it into conversation. It is a very, very nervous thing, nerve-wracking thing. It's difficult. So I was having lunch, we was talking about things, and I had previously told Holly that I knew when I was going to do it, but I wasn't going to tell her when, so that it sort of kept her wondering. See, I started it off with, I don't know if you know, but recently I told Holly that I know when I'm going to propose, and also Holly's mum knew as well, the same thing, that I knew when I was going to. So obviously his reply was, oh no, I can't say that anyone said anything about it. You know, I know when I want to do it, and we were going to Turkey for a family holidays. It was Holly's 21st in April, it was Holly's dad's 50th in April, and it was also Holly's brother Adam's birthday, who was going to be 18 later in the year. So,
and it was also Mum and Dad's 25 years together, I think.
Yeah, so I thought it was the perfect time to sort of bring another, something else to celebrate. So yeah, so I brought into the conversation about it, I asked for his permission, and he didn't give it to me straight away. He dragged it out, which was very, very, very worrying. But I kind of knew in the back of my mind that he was doing it because he wanted to know what my plan was, what our plan was together, how I was going to obviously provide for his daughter.
Didn't you say that you asked him and he said something like, we'll come back to that?
Yeah, that was the main one, we'll come back to that. I just asked for the permission and obviously, did the right thing. I think it's respectful to ask the father of the daughter that you're going to, propose to. So yeah, it took a while, but I did get the permission granted, and it was really nice. It felt good. It now meant that I had to sort out a ring and everything else and get ready for the holiday.
And my part of that story is when my dad had got home from being out with Ryan, I was thinking, oh, maybe like Ryan's asked him, that would be a really good opportunity, but my dad sort of threw me off the scent because I said, oh, did you have a good time? He was like, yeah, but I'm not sure Ryan would be able to come to me if he ever needed help or needed to ask me something. And I was thinking, oh, for goodness sake, you could have asked my dad then and you didn't. But my dad didn't lie, because I didn't say, did Ryan ask you? He was just trying to throw me off the scent, and my mum even said, oh, did Ryan, ask, if he could marry Holly? And my dad said, well, I thought he was going to ask me when we first sat down, but he didn't, because he didn't ask my dad when he first sat down. He asked him like later in the day. So it wasn't really a lie. It was sort of a, you believe what you want to believe. I'll tell you the truth, because you didn't ask him straight away, did you?
No.
So I was getting really annoyed, thinking, oh, for goodness sakes. I thought, oh, maybe he'll do it while we're on holiday, because it was our 2-year anniversary the day after we flew out there. I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll do it then, but I was thinking, oh, no chance, no. He's not even asked Dad and, nearly going on holiday. Yeah. Onto sort of the engagement proposal story. So we were there, we flew out on the 28th of June, and then the next day, the 29th of June, we've been together 2 years. And because we would have only just got on holiday, we decided, oh, let's just leave it. I think it was your idea, wasn't it? To leave it later in the holiday to sort of proper celebrate, because we were still settling in. But while we were away, Ryan kept asking like these really weird, random questions, but yeah, what kind of ring metal is it you like? And I'm thinking, I've told him this. I like white gold. Why doesn't he know this? Or we'd walk past a jewellery shop, oh, do you like that kind of ring? So I'm thinking, oh, well, clearly he's not bought rings. He doesn't even know what ring I like. Being a little monkey.
Thrown you off the scent.
Yeah, he didn't propose until, I think it was 2 days before we were going home.
Yeah, it was a Thursday.
And I was thinking, oh, do you know what? If he was going to do it, he would have done it by now. This clearly is not happening. Oh well, you know, let's just enjoy the holiday kind of thing. It's a Thursday. Mum said, oh, let's all go out for dinner. So we went out. So we go to dinner, and I think my brother threw a little bit of food at me, landed in my drink, and I was getting really annoyed. And Dad knew that Ryan was going to propose, but obviously I didn't. And me and brother having a bit of a tiff, and my dad could know what we get like if we have an argument. And he was thinking, oh, they need to calm down. I don't want this to be ruined. I don't want Holly to like huff off and, you know, the plan's all ruined for Ryan. So during the meal, was it Dad? I think Dad said, oh, I think I'm going to go look at the desserts. Ryan, do you want to come?
No, it was more of, I think your dad said, oh, I need to go to the toilet.
No, you said, Dad said desserts, you said toilet.
Yeah, that was it. Dad said desserts, and I said, oh, okay, well, I need to go to the toilet, so it didn't look obvious we were going to have a chat at the dessert table.
Yeah, because Dad was looking after the ring, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In case I found out. So I didn't even notice that's where they were going to exchange the ring. So I just didn't think anything of it. But so then me and Ryan, you know, we left and went, all right, I'll see you later. We were going to go for a walk on the beach, and Ryan was like, oh, I'm going to bring my bag. And I was like, why are you going to bring your bag? You don't need a bag. Oh, I'm going to bring a bottle of water in case I need a drink. And I'm thinking, the hotel is literally over there. Like, can you not wait for a drink?
And I said I'd bring spare, like, some flip-flops and also a towel just in case I fancied walking and strolling in the sea.
It was just, I was thinking, this boy is crazy. Like, what is going on? But obviously, it was all the plan to get the ring in the bag, so I didn't see it in his pocket. So we went for a walk along the beach at sunset. It was really nice, it was really warm, and I don't know, I think you started chatting about the future, didn't you? And like, oh, you know, what's that plan? I was thinking, we know the plan. We're going to get engaged, we're going to get married, we're going to have kids.
Yeah, all thrown her off the scent.
I was thinking, for goodness sake, if he does not know the plan by now, I'm really starting to lose faith in this boy. So we left, there was a decking. It was all very Greece, you know, at the beginning where the waves are crashing up and all that. So I was just looking out at the sunset, and Ryan said, oh, I'm just going to go get a drink. I'm thinking, oh.
Have a drink.
Thinking, what is wrong with him? We've literally just had dinner. Why does he need a drink?
Yeah, that was when I took out the bag.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, alright, whatever. Then I'm looking out to the sea and the sunset, and Ryan's sort of trying to turn me, and I'm thinking, get off, I'm looking, what are you doing?
No, I just said, like, can I have a hug please, or something simple to get her to turn around, because I knew she'd give me a hug or a cuddle, so.
Yeah, so I gave him a hug, and then his heart was pounding. But a few days before, he hadn't been very well, so I'm like, are you okay? Like, do you not feel well? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, he sort of held me at arm's length, didn't you? Sort of like that. And
I just said, I've got some.
Holly.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yes. And then it was
something I want to ask you.
And I just went, and like just put my hand up to my mouth, and he's stepping back, rummaging in his pocket, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's happening, now is the time. And he hadn't even got the ring out, and I'm crying like a lunatic. And
yeah, before you'd even put your hand over, I was already down on one knee.
Yeah,
the box.
Got down on one knee, did it properly, answered Dad down on one knee, and I'm just like, and obviously he said, you know, Holly, will you marry me? And I'm just going, and Ryan's looking at me like, okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Or is she just thinking, why have you done that? I said, of course it's a yes, and like thrusted my hand out like, go on, put it on then. And then, so you know, we're all engaged, so happy. And then I sat him down and was like, right, when did you decide you were going to do it? When did you get the ring? Was it that time you went to tell me, Mum? How did you ask my dad? What did my dad say? What did you say to my dad? And Ryan's thinking, whoa, what on earth? And then I was sort of like fidgeting. He's like, you want to go upstairs and tell your Mum and Dad, don't you? I'm like, yeah, let's go. We pretty much ran up these steps, and they were quite steep, and there's loads of them.
It's about 150 steps.
You know,
it's like built into a hill.
Yeah, because during the day when you're down at the beach, you're like, oh, these steps. Not this time. I was like, yeah,
literally 2 or 3 minutes it probably took us to get up those steps.
Then we found my mum and dad, but they were at the bar, and I'm thinking, oh, hurry up, hurry up. So we go and sit down with my brother, and I'm like, you know, hiding the ring, because, you know, I want to tell everyone at the same time, and I'm thinking, come on, Mum, come down. Mum comes down, I'm like, Mum, sit next to me, and she's like, okay. And like, she'd barely like put her bum to the seat, and I was like, look, I'm engaged.
She was like, oh.
Yeah, my brother was like, oh, thanks for telling me, guys.
Barely told anyone.
This is the thing, he says he barely tells anyone. I said, who did you tell? There was like 10 people he told.
Yeah, I told like my parents, my friends.
People from work.
People that I knew could keep it quiet.
Obviously, we ran to the reception to like ring home and like tell my grandparents and Ryan's grandparents. And then I texted a few people. I texted my best friends Kate and Monster. I was like, he did it! He asked! They were like, let's see a picture of the ring there. It's a really good, happy, memorable time.
Yeah.
And you know, when I tell people the story, they're like, oh, he's so cute and romantic.
But yeah, I think one knee on the decking, the waves crashing up onto the rocks next to it, sunset behind her.
Yeah, we'll try and insert the picture of the sunset, won't we, so people can see the mood.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good. Let's do it properly.
It's a very happy occasion.
Yeah. So yeah, that concludes our engagement video and the story of how it happened. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we'll be updating you soon with like how we've got on with wedding preparations and stuff, because it's nearly 4 months since we got engaged now. Stay tuned for more Rolly adventures.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye.